Well, guys, it is Jead, and the new Time Warp promo cards are the rarest cards on the game, bar none. They are the rarest promo cards on the entire game, and the reason makes sense, right? No one's opening packs right now. You can see it in how the market is moving, and you can just see it with the Time Warp cards. There are barely any on the market, even with Weekend League supply right now. So yeah, comment down below, are you opening packs right now, or are you saving your rewards, your FUT champs, your rivals for Team of the Year? And if you do want to pack a Team of the Year, subscribe down below. It's guaranteed pack. Look, it's definitely not, but subscribe anyway. And yeah, let's jump into it. Right, we've got our favorite mug, and we're going to be talking about three things mainly. We're going to be talking about what content came yesterday and what it means for us. We're then going to jump into what is coming today, right? What is coming today and throughout the week. And then finally, what investments can we all make right now to ideally make some coins ahead of Team of the Year. And tonight, live on Twitch from 6 p.m. UK, we'll be doing all of this live, right? Answering your guys' questions. So come and say hello, and let's jump into it, right? Starting with yesterday's content, I think this is super important if you want pretty much decent upgrades for your team, right? We got the Let's Do the Time Warp again. It's basically the bronze event, right? It's the bronze version of the silver tournament we've had for a few weeks. The main rewards I want in this are the Evos, okay? You get a few evolutions there, like that Time Walk cosmetic. I believe it's cosmetic, and it gives you full chemistry on someone, so that's fine. But the main ones I'm on about is the Score 1 gets you an evolution, and then the Group reward as well gets you an evolution. And this is the Silver Passer, and I think it's called something Timeless Evolution. I'll jump in and show you them on FUTGG. Yeah, Timeless Talent, this one here you get, and you also get that Silver Passer evolution. And then that's it, progressing along, right? It's not a cosmetic, but it does give the cosmetic for 3+ chemistry, but it is the progressing along evolution, right? That one's for bronze players. The other two are all the way up for silver players. But this is insane for chains right now. Again, a lot of people don't like doing the silver and bronze tournaments. They see them as like a bit of a waste of time. But I promise you, this is so worth doing. One of them gives in crazy upgrades, incisive and pinged, and crazy stat boosts to silver players in terms of passing. One of them, the Timeless Talent, gives a skill move and a weak foot, as well as some crazy defensive boosts and some really nice play styles. And then the one for bronzes gives the full chemistry, like we said. Crazy upgrades just in general. But it's amazing for chains, right? It does give an overall, like, big 20+ overall upgrade up to a maximum of 74, but it's definitely worth doing it for future chains. You guys have seen the Ingamoa that I'm working on my account, and if I put him into both the Timeless Talent, the Silver Passer, and then just one of the Season Pass evolutions into the proper Passer to get his passing up, I'm going to then put him in the Plenty of Time left, and as you can see, you're starting to get endgame cards that are 84 rated. It's kind of silly, right? They're amazing for chains, the two new Evos, so 100% go and do them. We also got, of course, one more evolution. If we head over to evolutions, apart from the ones we got in the tournament, we did get the Fresh Legs evolution, and again, it's not really a finishing evolution, it's more of a chain, but there are some nice players to put it into, right? As you can see, you get the acceleration, the sprint speed, and the rapid, but the rapid is really nice. Again, a lot of what is with Evos right now and building the best chains is picking and choosing the play styles you want on all the players. So if you've got any card that might be lower rated, or you're just starting to build a chain for, and you want to give them that rapid play style to help build them for future chains before you max them out on other play styles and other Evos, it's a really nice play style for wingers, for strikers. I wouldn't really use it on anyone else apart from wingers and strikers, but it's probably one of the best play styles in the entire game for those positions. So I'd definitely go and use that on a few of your chains. Is it repeatable? I think it's times 4 times, which is very nice. 10,000 coins is a very fair price. It's a very good Evo just for building chains. So all of them Evos, go and do them, especially the Time Warp Bronze events. If you're anyone that likes building some chains, like the Ungamoa that we're working on there, you can see him over in the left mid position. When it comes to SBCs, we did, of course, get the Ashley Young Time Warp, and this one, again, really nice content. Look, it's nothing special at all. It's a 30,000 coin not evolution, SBC, but for evolutions coming up, 86 rated. This guy's left mid, left back, right mid. You probably play him left back or right back. I've struggled to see people are going to play this guy on the wing, but I do think for evolutions coming up, if you can get a few more defensive play styles or maybe a quick step and a bruiser, this guy could be a really nice English left back. And again, he's not in the Premier League, a little bit harder to link, but he does get the 3 chemistry himself with the Time Warp cosmetic. So it's 30,000 coins, really cheap to complete. Didn't move the market at all. None of the Evos and SBCs that came out yesterday moved the market, but it's basically telling of what's going to be coming with this promo, right, guys? What you're seeing is EA are not bringing out mega content, and I don't think they're going to until Team of the Year. It ties into why some of the cards are so rare, because they're not really doing heavy pack weight on the cards, heavy store packs, no lightning rounds. They're saving all that for Team of the Year, and you're seeing it with evolutions and SBCs as well. It's just kind of ticking along. Some nice content in the background, but nothing that's moving the market too much, which means it should steadily rise until we get the Team of the Year market crash panic in the upcoming weeks. And with those Time Warp cards rarities, like how rare they are, it's not just the super high-end ones like Messi. If you take a look at this Ter Stegen, right, this is actually super rare for a card of this type. If you think about it, the goalkeepers are normally the easiest to pack in the promos, right? And this Ter Stegen should right now, during Weekend League, when Time Warp cards are out, should be at the absolute peak of his supply, right? This should be the most supply we ever get of this card. It is Sunday. We've got peak Weekend League supply. These cards will get taken off the market into the week. And I think we could see some crazy investments into Thursday at the end of this week before these cards go out of packs. Now, we need to be very careful on the high-end cards. We're going to get the Team of the Year market crash very soon. So I'm not looking to touch the Messi card too soon, the Suarez card, the Royce card too soon. I would instead be looking at cards that fit Evos that will slowly get taken off the market because they are super rare. So Ter Stegen is one. Another one I'm interested in when we start getting 87 rated evolutions is, of course, Chris Smalling. Probably prefer Ter Stegen as an investment, but Chris Smalling, again, as you can see, doesn't have crazy levels of supply, although he does have a lot more supply than Ter Stegen. I think Ter Stegen especially could be a great investment towards the end of the week, right? I'll be looking at a lot of these cards. They just have no supply compared to the Winter Wildcards cards. If you go and check the similar rated cards, but from Winter Wildcards, because of the lightning rounds and the amount of packs we had, they outnumber the supply on these Time Warp cards 10 to 1. It's a little bit ridiculous. I've seen a lot of you guys say as well, can we invest in these cards today on Sunday and then, hold them into the week when the Weekend League supply dries up? And the reason I'm not looking to do that on most of the cards is just because of what I keep saying, with that possible Team of the Week market crash looming, right? Now, some of the lower end cards absolutely could be a play, like Ter Stegen, I don't mind, but I think this card could get even lower throughout the week as we get a few more of them coming on the market. Now, again, it depends on any SBCs or evolutions, like if we get another crazy German SBC or a Barcelona SBC or evolution for someone like Rashford, or we might get, a Yamal, I don't know, then we could see this card go up in price, but I've not seen anything leaked that should be the case. And I think this card on Thursday could be a great pickup with some of the other lower rated cards. Now, like I said, I do actually think that Messi, that Suarez could be amazing, like insane investments when we get closer to Team of the Year, because Messi, for example, is not going to be getting a Team of the Year this year, which means that should be his best card on the game for quite a while. However, just be very, very patient with these cards with the Team of the Year market crash. Good way to show you guys this should just be that if we go to Team of the Year last year and check the last promo before Team of the Year, which was numero 4, and we go to Team 1, right? So this is exactly where we are now. We're at Team 1 of the promo before Team of the Year. If we take a look at this Rafael Leao card as an example, what you will see is they are amazing investments at some point. For example, here, can you see he went from 1.9 all the way up to 2.5 million coins. But if you look when this Leao card came out on the Friday the 3rd, and it was all the way until the Monday after next week's promo team. Then they became the absolute low. This was the absolute low of the Team of the Year panic, right? So that was the Monday before Team of the Year came out. I don't see why we shouldn't see anything similar this year on most cards, okay? Which is why I'm looking to not invest in the cards like Messi and like Suarez just yet. But I do think if we could catch them in that low, we could see some insane rises if we do want to hold the cards long term. Now, I'm not sure we want to hold them for a month into February, but we could definitely hold some of the cards, right? The reason I like Ter Stegen so much on Thursday is if we take a look at some of these goalkeepers that were in this numero foot promo, as you can see, like Kevin Trapp, if you go down to his dailies as well and go to all, can you see that as soon as it got to Thursday when he was in packs, and again, this is before Team of the Year, so this is not this week. This would be the equivalent of next week after next week's promo team. You can see that he loaded out about 30,000 coins and very quickly over doubled in price. And I think we could see the same with that Ter Stegen card. So again, not an investment just for now, but keep an eye on these Time Warp cards. They should be insanely rare, which means out of packs, if we pick some of the better ones at the right times, we could all do very, very well. But what are some investments we can make today then? If we're not investing in Time Warp cards today, what can we be doing today? Now again, like I said before, we'll be talking about this on the Twitch stream as well, and what I'm putting my coins into after I sell some of my cards today. And just before we jump into those investments, I will quickly show you what I'm looking to get rid of very soon to probably go all in again on some other cards. Now we invested in Shaw's, Zagadou, some rating reloads, some other cards from the re-release, and a lot have done well. Some have just kind of staggered, some have done average. Shaw's done amazing, Dumfries done average, Dennis Mann's done really well, and we based on a few winners and a few average cards. Dudek was amazing investment. I'm going to start slowly looking to sell some of these cards, like Govu, like Dudek, like Dennis Mann, like Luke Shaw, to then reinvest in some of the investments today, and again, later on into the week, on possibly on Thursday, but I'm trying to be very cautious on the high-end cards, because I'm just worried about that Team of the Year market crash. I don't want to get caught if it comes a little bit earlier. And when I show you the leaks just in a second, you'll see what I mean, right? These are the leaks for what we've got upcoming and content on the games. We've had Badger already, we've had Matic, and I believe we're getting Vidal on Friday. I don't know that for 100% certain, but I believe Vidal's coming on Friday, so sell your centre-mids before Friday if that wasn't already obvious. Make sure you get rid of them. And we should be getting Alexis Sanchez soon, but the one that interests me the most here is that Team of the Year voting starts on the 7th of January. Now, that doesn't mean the market crash will start on the 7th of January, but it just kind of lets the community know when it comes to Team of the Year voting. Team of the Year is coming, right? That's all it gives everyone the little nudge that Team of the Year is here, and the market probably starts coming down, right? People start to panic when they know that Team of the Year is coming. So I'm very wary of holding cards into January 7th. That date there, I am very, very wary of. I'm willing to see what the market does. So that means we're looking at very safe investments, and we're not looking to hold too many meta or higher end cards, right? Now, we can combine that with the Charlton SBC is coming. Again, these sort of plain icon SBCs, the base icons, have not been too interesting, but it does make us realize that maybe higher end fodder could be an investment if we get some Man United fans wanting to complete this SBC. But there's one more SBC that I'm more interested in, which isn't leaked just yet, but Mbappe has apparently won La Liga Player of the Month. Now, again, it's not leaked just yet. There is nothing confirmed. I want to be very clear on that. But this Mbappe card is meant to be getting Player of the Month, which for high-end fodder could be very, very interesting. And the fact that we're looking at safe investments means that fodder, although it has already started to rise, could still be the best investment to hold into Wednesday before we then start worrying about the Team of the Year market crash. So what fodder are we looking at? I still think, I say this every week, that the 85s are the best just because of the winter provision upgrades. And again, it should be the same this week. If you can get 85s below 3,000 coins, ideally it's sort of 2.7 or 2.8 thousand coins. I would try not to go any higher than that. But if you can get 2.7, you can get 2.8 thousand coins. We should really just see the same rise that we see every single week with these winter provisions upgrades, especially because people are not opening packs right now, right? So if you could try and catch them at the low, I don't see them going back down to sort of 1.8, 1.9 thousand coins. And then we look to sell them at their absolute peak, which is normally on Wednesday or Thursday. I think the safest play is to sell them before Thursday Rival Awards. As you can see, they did go up after Rival Awards this week, but I think it's a lot safer to sell before Rival Awards. So you're looking to sell these 85s if you do buy them on Wednesday, and you should see a really nice rise of them as people complete those winter provisions, as everyone is starting to grind packs now for Team of the Year. 86s can be another great investment. Again, you're looking to probably get them at 3,000 coins if you're getting 85s at 2.7 or 2.8 thousand coins, and other ratings of fodder could also be really nice. So 87s, again, probably would just rather you go with 86s or 85s, just because we know there's an SBC that 85s are needed in, and 86s normally moves very similar with 85s in recent weeks. But if you do want to go for 87s, I could see that the Charlton SBC, for example, could slightly boost them. I don't see that having a great effect on the market, to be honest. 88s are probably a little bit better with the Mbappe leaks and the Charlton leaks and some higher-end SBCs. And I think if you're going to go for one of the higher-end ratings, you go for 88s or 89s, right? As you can see, these have moved nicely in the last couple of weeks, where they've gone from 9k on a weekend up to sort of 12,000 coins on the Wednesday. And I think they could do the very similar this week if no one's opening packs and everyone's just doing SBCs and grinding packs for Team of the Year. So 88 could be a really nice pickup as well. Again, you don't want to get them at this price. You want to get them a little bit below, so maybe 8.7, 8.6 thousand coins on bids, on snipes, and try and fill your club up that way. You could also go 89s and higher. I do think that's an opportunity. You're really relying at this point on the Mbappe SBC, though. If you're going for 90s and 89s, you need to hope that Mbappe SBC is coming soon and that it is really good value. And we've seen these 89 spike already. As you can see, they load out at about 29,000 coins, and they're slowly creeping up to sort of 31,000 coins. But again, if you can get a little bit below this at just 30,000 coins flat, I see that as an absolutely fine price to hold out for those higher end SBCs, like if we get the Mbappe Player of the Month. But again, favorite ratings is probably still just the 85s and 86s due to how safe they are with the winter provisions upgrades and the same pattern that we've seen every single week. Now, the next safe investment is, of course, very similar to fodder. It is Team of the Week. These have crept down slowly recently, and they're all the way down at 12.25 coins or 25,000 coins. And you can probably pick them up on bids for about 12,000 coins, right? These, I think, are a really good investment. If you can get them on bids at like 12,000 coins, maybe around content time, or even just right now, try and get them on bids a little bit below. And again, the sell time is the exact same. It's on Wednesday night before Rival Awards. And I think you could see a rise from 12,000 coins all the way up to 14,000 coins. But with lazy sales around content, obviously you can get even higher than that. So it's basically a very safe investing week just because of the Team of the Year market crash that is looming, and because no one's really opening packs right now, which means the weekend league supply is not as heavy on the meta card cards as it should be on other weeks, right? I think it goes without saying at this point, but please, again, make sure you are still grinding these packs every single day you can. Saving these packs for Team of the Year is an essential now. If you want even a chance to pack one, you have got to save these packs ready for Team of the Year. You've got to start doing the Premium Mixed League upgrades. You've got to start doing the 82 times 10s. You've got to start doing them if you want, like I say, any chance of packing a Team of the Year. So make sure every single day that those refresh, you're doing the daily commons, the daily bronzes, the daily silvers. You're doing all of that as well as making coins ready in time for Team of the Year. And let me know down below, what budget are we all on? Can any of us even afford a Team of the Year? Obviously, I can afford a lot of the cards, hopefully, but can you guys at least afford maybe one of the defenders if you've got 1 million coins, 2 million coins, if you've got 500,000 coins? I wonder what the Team of the Year prices will be this year, because a lot of the times in the past, they've fluctuated quite a lot. We've seen some more heavily pack-supplied ones, like the goalkeepers, of course, and some of the women's teams, and then we've seen some ridiculously rare Team of the Year cards in recent years as well. So I wonder what price they're going to come in at. We'll have to wait and see. Leave a like on the video, boys, if these do help you out. Hopefully, like I said, you've been making a lot of coins recently, or at least just been doing the pack grind and packing some decent cards, even though the Time Warp pack weight does seem quite rare. So pop in the Twitch stream tonight, and like always, boys, until next time, I'll see you all in a bizzle.